Hello, hello, beautiful light beings. How is it going? It's so good to see you, be here with you. I have another amazing, passionate human being here with me who just went through the Navigating Your Spiritual Journey program. And I wanted to invite him to share his experience with you because truthfully, David went all in. David went all in and he got some amazing, miraculous results. David took this very seriously. He watched every module. He watched every module mostly. Well, no, he did watch every module up until his last week. That is true. And David attended pretty much every single live Q&A, every single workshop, and he was really like the glue that connected the group. Like everybody loved David. Like everybody loved Raymond is out. Everybody loves David, right? So, so allow me to introduce David. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Haley, it takes a lot for me to blush, but anybody who's come across Haley's path knows that she can do a damn good job at that. Yes, my name is. I'm going to be honest with you guys here. My real name is David Kav. That's my whole name. I go by David Kav for a host of reasons. Yes, I just completed the course. Actually, Haley, you were correct. I did watch every module because one of the things we speak in this program is that time is but an illusion. And I am still committed, and that's some of the things that we can talk about. So you're not wrong. I did watch every module.
Yeah, and you're still on week 10. You're still on week 10.
I've
So
got yes.
you're solid. You're solid.
Mhm.
So, how was your experience in working with me and being a part of NYSJ?
I see my life in two phases now. My life before NYSJ and my life now is the way I look at it. Um, December 30th, 2023 is a date I will never forget. I was in one of my lower places. I usually work 6 days a week for anyone watching this because I worked for the post office and I called in 'cause I was sure I had COVID. And I was at home and I've been getting emails from Haley for a bit. And for those of you who've seen the movie Being John Malkovich, this is the kind of moment. It was like, no, not yet. No, not yet. No, not yet. I got an email from her saying, we're starting in 20 minutes. Are you coming on? I'm like, oh, I missed it. Oh, no, I'm not. So I jumped on a call she had for the end of the year. And then Haley, as she's doing now with this video, was speaking to us and broke me open when she said, you being here is no accident. So if anyone's seen Being John Malkovich, it's that scene where Orson Bean talks to the other old people, says, now, friends, now's the time. So I booked my breakthrough call, and the rest, as they say, for me is history. My time now, I can tell you without a doubt, I'm on my divine timeline. And that's more that we can talk about later on.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will. We will. So, what would you say changed massively in your life since working with me?
Ever since I was younger, I felt like I never fit in. I felt that there was always this inner voice. From the moment I knew my divine purpose was when I was 6 years old, from the moment that I knew I could sense the truth, I could see the truth, I could see the truth that others see, still see. I'm working with loved ones in my life that I could still see them and they don't see it. And I've had hard conversations, still have hard conversations. And I could break open in front of you all saying, I'm still having this hard conversation. But what has massively changed is that I am 99.9% right. What will I feel? That is no doubt in my mind. Now, anybody who watches this goes, oh, this guy is egotistical. But some of you know what I'm talking about. Because in some groups I've heard, and it's true, sometimes being right does not feel good. So then what this program does for me, continues to do for me, is to trust that voice, to continue to do the inner work. There's always going to be more shadow work. There's always going to be other dark nights of the soul. There's always going to be the ups and downs. But at the end of my last night, dark night of the soul, which ended, I'd say, I think it was July of last year. The last words I got before I snapped out of it was, when in doubt, follow your heart. And that was way before I jumped into this. So what has massively changed is that my heart is what really is the center of everything. Everything.
I love that. So then your heart is what changed, or no, feeling like you belong somewhere, feeling like you're accepted somewhere. Is that what
What?
massively changed?
No, that's not what changed. You're not wrong. I would reframe it and say what's changed is I am getting out of my own way at all moments. I am learning how to get out of my own way. I am learning what being in my own way looks like. I am learning to not let others gaslight me, especially those who I love dearly and I know love me. And I'm not trying to jump ahead of the questions, gang, for anybody watching this, because I already know one person's going to say yes to this. I know it. That's my intention. So before I get there, it's I see everything, gang. I see my divine purpose. I see what's in front of me. The tour is there. The music's there. The money's there. My divine life partner is there. It's done. It's already completed. The how is not up to me. But as long as I get out of my own way and realize that the heart knows, has always known, that is everything.
And honestly, wouldn't you say that number one, getting out of your own way, but really number two, knowing how to get out of your own way is essential for moving forward?
App, Haley, that is why you are the facilitator. So, okay, gangs, anybody watching this, for those who don't know me, I came in this program saying to Haley that I know some things. I have been spiritually awakening for a while. A bit. I read James Redfield books. I've read the Celestine Prophecy. I have read things on angels. I have gone through a dark night of the soul. I have my own group, Discover and Evolve in a New Paradigm. I have my own podcast. I was facilitating with a co-admin, but something still felt like it was missing. I had 95% of the pieces and like, they're here. Why? Why is this not? And so I get to Haley and as many gurus. You have your Tony Robbins. I'll even include Joe Dispenza. Yeah, and there's nothing against him. I think he's great, and I love his teachings. But to everyone and everything, there is that one that just clicks. And so Haley's program is that those missing pieces that just clicked. It's just, oh, oh. Oh, and then there was, I think, week 4, week 5, going, what, this feels good. Oh, wait, there it is. There's when the work begins. And it didn't feel good. I didn't dodge the process. So, yes, it's the knowing how to that I did not have before navigating your spiritual journey. Absolutely no
That's
way.
that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
What surprised you the most?
I feel like I feel like X-Men, where Professor X is sitting with Magneto at the end. They're in a jail cell. Haley, why do you ask questions you already know the answer to? You ask because the other people need to hear it. What surprised me the most was finding. I'm afraid to answer this. Okay. It was finding, and I did not expect this on this journey, guys. I did not expect this. This was the last, because expectations are what block you. I not only found my twin flame, which I thought was absolute BS. I thought when I was reading, I'm like, oh, that doesn't exist. That's just people throwing things out there. And Haley and I would talk about this. Go, well, the eyes on the goal. What's your purpose? And I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, that is part of my purpose because if those, if there are people that are divinely connected with you, people, places, and things, creators like the source always knows. They always know. Gang, it always knows better than I do, even though I have this brilliant mind. I used to say, for someone who's brilliant, well, thought he was the most brilliant one in the room, I'm the slowest learner at times. And so I don't want to be the smartest one in the room anymore. But then it was like, oh, oh. And then, and I'm thinking, no, this can't be real. But that person would reciprocate and say, I'm scared. I'm like, oh my, is this really happening? And it allowed me to go through the mirror of my experience of my blockages, of all my past traumas, of all of the beliefs that hung me up, of all of the. And then what it allowed me to do is it allowed me to, as I said at the end of the program, I said this on our live Q&As, I said, guys, I don't know about you, I've had spiritual muscle failure where I would pull these subconscious weeds and it was just like this. And it was like, and you see the roots. And I was like, because all we know, what do you always say, Haley? Like, we can't outdo the image in our
We
mind.
can't,
Just
we cannot outperform an image that we have of ourselves in our subconscious mind.
so, for instance, this twin flame that I was talking to, and it's like, oh, they're going to just write me off. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing. It's like they're still here. Who the hell is it? This is me. This is my life. What? And then you realize, wait, I did create this. I did manifest this. I am manifesting this. And then it was through one of your meditations where you had us go to Creator's Light and saying, you, Creator, going through you, of course, saying you, and you now realize how powerful you really are.
Mhm.
It's like, wow. It's still fast. I'm not done with it. Even after this call and after this program, I'm still fascinated. Fascination is my keyword today.
So before choosing to work with me, what was your
Hmm.
biggest hesitation?
There was none. There was none.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, let's go back to what I said 10 minutes ago. I said that you came in my peripheral many times through email. And I was still in a marriage at the time that was very toxic, very narcissistic, very, and I was like, no, now's not the time. And then I got out of that divorce and I moved into another place. Like, no, now's not the time. So the hesitations themselves kind of cleared itself out. Uh, Now the final hesitation, I already knew there'd be a price to this. But when we were having our breakthrough call, I was like, no, I already knew that this was going to, I already knew that this had to happen. I already knew it was done. And I could get more into that because I feel another question that might allude to that.
Yes, yes. And I just want everybody to know it's not like a massive, it's not like a 5K or 10K price.
No, no,
Um,
I'm glad
yeah.
you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm so glad you brought that up because, as I told Haley before I worked with her, I'll leave his name anonymous. There was another guy I was talking to. And what I liked about him, and I read his book and I told him I loved his book, his price was massive. I'm like, oh, are you serious? And thank, thank creators, light source, and universe it didn't align. I'm like, that's a lot. So yeah, when you said what you said, I'm like, Art, that's it. Like, that's a no-brainer. Like, done. That's done. And I remember what I said to you before I said yes. I said, Haley, I'd be a fool to pass this up.
Mhm.
So this is my future self in front of all of y'all saying, David, thank you.
I love that. I love
Mhm.
that. So I'm just reading through my questions
Mm.
because some of them you've actually already answered.
I feel like, yeah, I know I'm long-winded.
No, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So, what big healings and shifts did you receive as a result of working with me?
Mm. I'm trying to find a poignant one. I could think of a poignant one. And it was during a one-on-one I had with you, which is available, guys, if you get this. Only if you get this.
Mhm.
I remember, and it was something that you uncovered a belief and you uncovered something that I was hanging on to from childhood, something and one of the blockages. And you helped me to transmute not only that, and this is going to sound woo woo, guys. Some of you are going to nod with me and know what I'm talking about. And some of my friends already have written me off as crazy and delusional. As I've told Haley before, if being crazy and delusional is wrong, I don't want to be right compared to all the crazy that's out there. And some of you know what I'm saying here. I not only did Haley help heal that old childhood wound, she also healed my present self and my future self. She also helped heal my divine life partner's future self. I cannot explain and get into why, but she did. And it was, and Haley, I can already feel you. We have this weird connection. Yes, I know I did it. Yes, I know Creator's Light did it. But Haley is very modest in what she does because, and anybody else watching this, please give a thumbs up or a witness to this. Haley is very modest, which is why she is living proof that she walks the walk. She leads by example. And the very first thing Haley told me is that, the vehicle doesn't matter. The messenger doesn't matter, which is true. You know what aligns with you. But I have never, ever, I did not, again, expectation needs to be brought up. I did not expect to heal past, present, and future, all at the same time, because that healing still to this day is still revealing itself. That was probably the biggest transformation.
I love that. I love that. And thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You know that the whole program is about your soul's purpose, right?
Yes.
And so, how was your soul's purpose supported while being in NYSJ?
Anybody from NYSJ in our group that I've already missed, I already missed that group. You guys were the first soul family that I clicked with, and we had a call today before this interview that I already see us together. I see exactly how some jaws will drop. I see how, and some won't because we just have that kismet connection. We just do. But can you ask the question again? Because I lost it.
Soul's purpose. How was your
Oh, soul's
soul's
purpose.
purpose?
Well, my soul's purpose really began before I did the breakthrough call with you because I found myself writing again. I wrote a song called Bright Portal, Walk into the Light. And then I wrote a song called Unnaming, which is the most channeled song I've ever written in my life. Uh, I had found that my soul's purpose is happening because I am one of those that have too much structure. So I realized that even being behind on these modules, but not really, I had to learn more flow. I'm still learning flow. So soul's purpose, Haley and I had an exit call yesterday. Two of the things I have not completed if you look at the 3D timeline of it. But I'm like, wait a minute. No, I've got the bandmates because what's good, I already see it's gonna happen. It's like, oh, there it is. Without any effort on my part. And it's gonna be a jaw dropper for me. It is my soul's purpose is done because to repeat myself again needs to be repeated, or as I always say, it bears repeating. Getting out of my own way is letting me do my soul's purpose. I'm in the middle of another TikTok challenge that I'm going to finish in 10 days, and then I'm going to do another one to keep myself within the momentum.
So would you,
That's
yeah, so would you say then that this helped bring more structure? I know you did what you said about structure, but would you say this gave you more resources to pursue your soul's purpose? It gave you more ideas on how to pursue your soul's purpose.
uh, without a doubt in my mind. That is an unresounding absolutely. I'm trying not to swear because I have a tendency to swear, and I don't know. I
That's
don't want to
okay.
offend
They
anybody.
they know I cuss on here. It's fine.
Well, then fucking A.
Lightning knows I cuss.
If anybody on here can explain what fucking A is to either one of us, please let us know because no one has an answer. But anywho, uh, um, yeah, I think I'm going to die without knowing. But no, that's an absolutely because I have found. Go back to my first answer. I have two phases: before NYSJ and after NYSJ. Because what I have accomplished from the short time I've been here, I've moved into a new place that was divinely made for me and my son. I have written many songs. I've gone back into the studio with some amazing bandmates. And some, if I drop some names, you'd be like, you recorded with whom? I have planned another spiritual trip that I cannot wait for. I cannot wait. It is like, but yes, I can. Yes, I can because it's already done. Yes, I can. It allows me the fascination. Uh, and all of that because of the tools and what I've got here. All of that because by doing the work keeps being done for me with less force, with just being, with listening to my body and my heart. If I just need to rest, just do it. If I need to get up. And it also helped me to be a better father. No doubt in my mind. No doubt. It's helped in every aspect of my life, and it continues to do so.
Thank you. Thank you so
Mm-hmm.
much. Well, I also just want to say that the reason why you got so much impact, because honestly, you and I both know it's not about the modules. The live
Yeah.
Q&As and the live Master Your Soul trainings are extremely beneficial, but it's because you were all in and you applied everything that was taught. You applied all of the strategies. You did things outside of the Zoom room. You were doing the work outside of the Zoom room, which is why you got such amazing results, because really it's all you. You did all
Correct.
of this.
Yes. This just came to me. What's amazing about this program is that it allowed me to connect to my higher self and my highest level of consciousness, which I, yesterday during our call, Haley, I was talking to you through my higher self. And I remember at the end of the call, she goes, "Isn't it great to connect with your higher self?" And yes, um, this just came to me from my higher self saying that I'm still doing it right now, sitting here with you. Is that I am in order for me to channel the answers that I need to channel, it is because of the tools of this program. It is because of the modules. It is because of the belief work. And gang, whoever's watching this, can I get a witness to help those who need to cross over? Because again, I already feel someone's going to do it. Haley is one of those that will tell you and keep it real as it needs to keep it real. And she's also your biggest fan. She's your biggest. She's just she said to me in one call, she lives and breathes for this, and there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it because you said something to me, I think last week, where you said you're doing an amazing, amazing job at digging through your subconscious, and I felt that.
Mm.
And because I don't, another thing that I've gotten out of this program is I don't really do anything for people pleasing anymore. That was a huge problem I had. I'm at the point that I'm breaking rules. And I'm about to break more rules. And if you don't like what I'm doing, then sorry, but I'm not sorry.
I
Uh,
love that. And that's so freeing. That's so
yes,
freeing.
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Was there
Yeah,
something that you never thought we'd move past? That you never thought you'd move past that we actually did heal?
yeah, yes. My, you helped me discover I'll just be frank with, because whoever can resonate with this can resonate with this. At one point, Haley had a call that said, "We need to heal my woman wounds," and I'm like, "No, I don't have woman wounds. I have male wounds. That's what I have. I have male wounds because." And I'm not trying to get into sob stories of victimization because I also believe, not just Haley's program and other programs, victimization is not allowed. There's no room for it at all. But I did come from an estranged father, adult child of an alcoholic. So I had the nice dysfunctional after school special deal. But what I have come and passed is that I not only knew that I would give my son a life better than I've ever had, he already does. I never thought I would not only heal the woman wounds, but I'm healing the male wounds because I'm coming to grips with my divine masculine for the first time in my life, in this lifetime. And I never thought that I would go from relationship to relationship to relationship. And I am okay waiting. I am really okay waiting because what I get in the meantime, first of all, it's already done again. Second, I am here for my son and I'm here for my soul's purpose. And what has been solidified to me, here's the irony, guys. Here's the irony. Going late in life, it's like I had my son when my career is about to take off, when he used the big air quotes. And it's like, why? Why? Now it's like, oh, it's because of him. And I can't explain that. But when I hold him, I see my soul's purpose. I see the wounds healed. I see my divine life partner and her cheering me on, saying yes. And then I could be there for her. I could be there for my loved ones. I could be there for the people I have yet to meet. I could be there. And what I never thought is I'd be on my divine timeline, which she revealed to me. It's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
I love that. I love that. How, so if there was one thing you could say to someone who is on the fence, right? What would that be?
I love this question because this is where I get real with you. All right, gang, let's be real. You're probably on the fence because of money, right? I can hear the excuses in your head. Oh, well, I got bills to pay. Oh, well, I'm in arrears for credit. Oh, well, I got this. And well, what about the money that's coming in? And oh, well, if I do this program, it's just going to be another big hogwash. And oh, I already knew the things that she taught. Okay, let me ask you all a question, a hard question. And if you want to tell me fuck off, then no hard feelings. What Haley is offering you at the price she's offering you, I have gotten that back in dividends. I have gotten that back. I can't even quantify it. The first number that comes to mind is 3 times the amount and 10 times the amount. And let's face it, you're going to spend that much money anyway on something. It's either going to be alcohol or it's going to be porn. Ask me how I know. Or it's going to be distractions from video games, or it's going to be bubble baths, or it's going to be going out to fast food, or it's going to be stuff on your son or daughter and not for yourself, or it's going to be the 9-to-5 job and you're slaving away and you're wondering, there's more to my life. Steve Harvey's got a brilliant video called Jump, which I highly recommend looking up on YouTube. And he says, if you believe there is more to your life than what you're living, believe it, man, there is. So if you're on the fence, I am here to tell you. Oh, by the way, too, she has a Patreon that is way cheaper than when I had the opportunity, and I believe in her that much in the program that I'm there. But if you want, which here's the deal, and Haley, take this with a grain of salt. Her Patreon's great. Now you can be at a concert and you can go to the GA section and be in the nosebleed seats and be up there, and you can still be there and go, yep, I can still see him. I need binoculars. But if you want the VIP deal, if you want the deal and you're serious and you want that change and you want to say it's a celebrity you wanted to meet, and you want to shake that person's hand and you want to get that experience and you want something that's going to change your life, And I'm saying this as someone who's going to be a musician, because when you go home from my shows, you're done. But Haley's program, you take with you for the rest of your days. You take it with you if you put the work in. And frankly, guys, what you realize at the end is if you're there at the VIP with Haley and you shake that celebrity's hand, what's going to shock you the most is that celebrity you wanted to meet the whole time was your higher self, your future self, your highest form of consciousness. And that is it. That is when you jump across. That is when I am here saying, as future David say, come on in, the water's fine. And you will also find your tribal members. You will also find people that get it. You will also find people that going, been there, done that, still doing that. Because I have made lifelong friends because of this. I have made loving people because of this that I wouldn't trade for the world. So if Haley basically said, you need to pay me this money again, gladly would do it. I would gladly do it again. So,
Thank you so much, David, because you're right. You're right. You're spending that money on Netflix, you're spending that money on food, you're spending that money on ways of escaping. And the
yep.
problem isn't going to go away. It's just not. And the Patreon, I did that because I do genuinely care, because I do genuinely want to help. But you're right. If you really want that substantial change, this is it. And why it's
Dare I
so
say,
important.
and no, dare I say though, okay, so for those who said fuck off, let me bring you back a little bit. Say, okay, hold on. I get passionate about what I say, and I get passionate about what I do, as does Haley. So I am grateful when Haley and we've had some talks about this, like, oh, I need to repurpose this maybe because people don't have that kind of money. So if you're still on the fence about it, and you're like, I need to think about it, I would say the Patreon is the best way for you to get your foot in the door to see what she's talking about.
Yes.
And you did one Thursday, which I love, and you actually did a module that we've gone through, and it's like, oh, this is great. And I saw some people's, you could feel them, you could feel the aha moments. So,
Someone actually had they cried because they had an emotional moment of freedom. Like they had
yep,
healing from that first one.
yep. I was privy to be there with that, and it was a beautiful thing to not only watch. I was working at the time, but that's how committed I am to this. But I felt it, and it was beautiful. So I would say, okay, so I still believe someone's going to do the VIP. I still believe it. But for those, I would like a couple more people just give the Patreon a shot. You really have everything to gain and nothing to lose. You really do.
It
For the
is true.
cost of what she's offering, you really do. And anybody else who's been in my soul family and this soul family, I'd be hard pressed to think they disagree with me on that one.
Yes.
I'm serious. Haley, it's hard to speak for yourself, but like, I'm thinking Sarah's the first one that comes to mind, or, other people have been through it.
Beth and
Sarah, love you to death.
Catherine and Jordan.
Jordan, that beautiful interview you had with him, and how awesome it is too. And that's another thing you get out of this, gang, is that you become a cheerleader for your own soul family. Because I got to watch two interviews before I became the third one. I do things in threes as well, and it was
How
like,
about that?
yeah, it is. It's cute. It's cool because then they're coming through their finish line, and as you're running, go, you're there, go, just go. I'm right behind you. And then Jordan did a beautiful interview. It's like, go, I'm right behind you. So to get you on the other side of the fence, it could be you in your soul family. Go, I'm right behind you. And one day it'll be you sitting here and say, my name is Scott, and I've been through her program, and here's what's changed. Or my name is, I don't know, Kate, and I've been through this program. Here's what changed. Actually, Ashley, I was talking with Ashley through Light Beings. My name is Ashley, and this is what I've gone through, and this is what's changed. I say it's because I care. I say it's because I do care. Because if all are the one and one are the all, something Haley told me that night, December 30th, 2023, that has stuck with me before I decided to say yes. And I've said this in my other group, Discover and Evolve. It is impossible to fail if you keep going. But here's the problem. You can keep going with force, or you can go through navigating your spiritual journey Get the tools that will put the pieces in place in order to solidify it better, more with little to no effort. And that is where the magic, the what's the word? Oh, it's at the tip of my tongue. The serendipity, the divinity.
Mhm.
That's where it happens.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. 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 So also shameless plug, guys. David is a musician. David Kav Music. Did you want to tell them where they could find you?
Yes, many places to find me. Thank you so much for that, Haley.
I believe
DavidCavMusic.
in your purpose. I believe in your purpose. Everybody should hear what you're producing. David really has, objectively, David really does have amazing music, amazing lyrics. He cares so much about it. It's what he lives and breathes for. So, David Kav Music, where can we find you?
Yeah, I need a minute because no, I do because Haley set intentions before she hit live and recording.
Mhm.
Maybe someday I'll tell you what my intention is to everyone here, but you basically, Haley, you just made my intention come true. You did. No, you did. In a deep level, and you know what I'm talking about. And others know what I'm talking about too. They're just being divinely
And
guided.
David, you're
They,
welcome to drop any links that you want in the comments of this video here so that it
I
makes it
will once it's
easier for
done.
them to find you.
DavidCavMusic.com is the website. I need to update that. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch.tv, Snapchat, and YouTube. The handle's at David Cav Music.
And
TikTok right now,
Spotify.
I'm doing. Well, oh yeah. So, okay, if you want the quickest link, davidcav.hearnow.com. I love that link because that will link you to all of my releases on all platforms: Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, uh no, not Title, but it will take you to where you need to go. And I'm currently in the process of recording two more albums. uh if you listen to my EP, which was recorded in May and a couple members did, you're going to hear a lot of pain, but the idea is it's a continuation of my journey through it. We're currently working on two more albums and I'll have two more singles coming out. So that's probably the best way to go about it. And thank you so
Awesome.
much, Haley. Hey, thank you so much for that. That I still have a hard time receiving compliments, so I have to own up to that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're brilliant. You're brilliant. Like left, left. I make my own English. I've
I
left
love that.
David audio messages about how amazing and brilliant his music is. I have. So guys, go check it out in the links. Okay, David, thank you so
Yes.
much for your authenticity. Thank you so much for your power. Thank you so much for your passion. Thank you so much for showing up the way that you did, because not only did you inspire everybody else, not only were you a role model to everybody else, but watching your transformation was absolutely beautiful, remarkable, and you're amazing. You're a great man, and you are up to amazing things. And I believe in you.
And you. Um. ah, I will say what I say at the end of all my videos on Discover and Evolve the New Paradigm, and there's Beth's a member of that too. And this will hopefully help you cross over to Haley because my goal is to help Haley because Haley told me during one call she lives and breathes for this, and like I said, that's true. I see you, I hear you, I'm in the trenches with you. I'm in the trenches to lift you up because when I lift you up, you lift me up and you lift us all up, and that's how this works.
I love that. And we will leave it there.
I am complete.
We will leave it there. Yeah. If you guys want to work with me, I have the Patreon or I have NYSJ. NYSJ, there is a consultation call because I'm not here to help everybody. I'm not meant to help everybody. So that's a free 30-minute conversation with me, or you could test the waters at literally $7 a month, guys. Like if you don't do it, honestly, you're insane. With love.
Which, by the
You
way, can
can
I
find
interject? Yeah, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So, yeah, I'm going to agree with her. You are insane if you don't take the $7 deal. I'm sorry.
And then if you guys have any questions, just DM me. But you can find the links to both Patreon and the Starlight Call with me at the top of the featured page. But if you want help navigating that, you can always direct message me. Okay, guys? So much love, so much appreciation for everybody. Go out there and make it an amazing weekend. It really is a matter of choice. And I will catch you guys on the live Monday, 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. All right, guys? Catch you later.